there because blue topaz is a great alternative gemstone for the month of December. And furthermore, it is a great choice for the November girls as a alternative to the golden topaz that is our birthstone. Speaking of that, the ring that I'm wearing over here, November girls, I had you in mind for this. That gorgeous thing is coming up. Stay tuned. I know, right? Also, that's a garnet. Yep. Is that pretty or what? We had this one time. It was last January, and it was gone in a nanosecond. And it took us many months, but we were able to get a few, not a lot. We have a few of those back in stock. I'm so excited, so stay tuned for that. My bracelets, that's one of my picks of the show. Outstanding. That is coming up. Stay tuned in exactly 8 minutes. Okay. Let's talk London Blue. I want to show you because this comes with, or it doesn't come with, but there's a ring that would be really pretty to wear back to this. Oh gosh, this is so gorgeous. So London Blue Topaz is the most popular, the most valuable form of blue topaz. And it is the richest, most beautiful, dreamy blue color. Check it out. Wow, is that pretty or what? And we have it in 2 lengths. We have it in a 7 and a 7.5. It's weighing in at approximately 27 carats. Isn't that pretty? I know, I love it. 27 carats of gorgeousness. I don't have, this is $199.50. Oh, that is incredible, you guys. Yes, another birthday present, a to me from me. Look at that. I don't know, you know what's interesting? I don't mind when I make an investment in something that has intrinsic value. When I'm buying something that's not just pretty. This is beyond the sparkle. You're getting 27 carats of real, gorgeous, genuine gemstones here. London topaz. You're getting genuine precious metal. You're getting something of value. This is value. So again, it's not just sparkly. It is sparkly, but it's more than that. And that's why I think a lot of us love to buy gemstones, because you have something. You know, you look back over, I look back over 2 decades of collecting gemstones, and there's value there. I mean, those are family heirlooms. Those are things that one day a daughter or a daughter-in-law or a granddaughter or a great-granddaughter will say, that was my grandmother's. That was my great-grandmother's. Think about that, the specialness of that these are things that stay in a family. This is not something that goes away. It's not like a frivolous little bauble that was plastic or, you know, crystal or something that's fun to wear and fun to have. And I have that too, and I love it. But the point is, this is a whole different day. This is a different ball game when we're talking about 27 carats of London Blue Topaz. This is gorgeous. And they took $50 off. It appraised at almost $450. So ladies, if you're looking for a wow bracelet, a real wow piece, there it is for you. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. It's $199.50. It's on 4 flexible payments. It's $673,696. And then the ring that I'm wearing would be a gorgeous complement to it. And that is done with a combination of sky topaz, that gorgeous sky blue centerpiece. Look at the cut of that stone. Gosh, is that pretty or what? So you have sky topaz, and then